Hey guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Nier Reincarnation. And today in this video, I'm here to tell you guys the top 3 characters that you are supposed to reroll for. These 3 characters are going to help you a lot way better than compared to any other characters out there in the game in terms of gameplay progression. And now that said, let's get this started. The first one on the list is definitely going to be 2P. This character is freaking OP unit in this game, indeed, boasting to have one of the highest attack stat in the game, 6,243 points. And this game actually really do favor those characters who actually are efficient in dealing a lot of damage to the opponents, and our 2P is exactly that kind. Even though she is a glass cannon, she is definitely going to be a very effective unit in the game out there. Alright, whenever you are really trying to look out for a very good offense, then this character is definitely gonna provide it to you guys. Alright, because as this game actually has a lot more inclination towards the offensive type units rather than the defensive type units. Okay, that's a 2P is definitely the really sweet character out here. HP is gonna be 36,630 points, which I would say is not shabby at all. Defense 2,926, which is kind of a little bit lower, but still it doesn't matter that much when it comes to the overall performance of this amazing character known as 2P. What a weird name, isn't it? And agility is 1,000 points, which is pretty average for most of the characters out there in the game. And now let's look into her skills. What actually makes her so good out there? When we are actually going to look into her first ability, it says it's going to improve her attack by 25%, which is so good. This will really allow her to deal a lot of damage against her opponents. She already do have a very high attack stat, and on top of that one, 25% boost in the attack stat. Oh my god, bring it on. Okay, it's just too good indeed. And the name of the skill is Vigor. The next ability is gonna be Ambush. Okay, it is actually going to improve her critical rate by up to 20%. That's a lot. Okay, a very improvement in her critical rate is definitely going to allow her to deal frequent critical hits, and frequent critical hits is definitely quite needed in order to deal a lot of damage against the opponents out there. Those critical damages are gonna shut down the opponents real fast than you imagine. Okay, and next one is gonna be the skill, the character skill itself. Now let's look into it right over here, known as the Blade Spin ×2, level 15/15, gaze level A, deals 120% damage to one enemy 5 times. Damage increased by 60% when HP is over 80%. So you gotta make sure that she has really high HP, at least over 80%. So some healers are definitely gonna be in it will be a lot of help for her. And that said, definitely with all the things right over here fulfilled, she is going to deal some insane crazy damage output over there against the opponents. This is just really good. Basically, she's going to deal 120% damage with the character skill, but hey, if her HP is over 80%, 60% increased damage as well, which is just freaking fantastic. Okay, so that's the 2P Muck Machine. Oh my god, this character, and come on, she's a solid waifu character in my opinion as well. Just think about it, she's just too good, man. So you should actually go in Head and Shoulders to get this character right away. She is definitely a must-have unit right away in the this Nier Reincarnation English version. Okay, and the next one is gonna be the A2. Okay, so that A2 character is the one that you are really supposed to go after. She's pretty much like 2P in a lot of sense. Okay, first of all, she also supposed to have a very high attack stat, though it's a little bit lower than compared to the 2P, like 200 points less, but still she can actually deal a lot of damage output over there. Her HP stat is 37,474 points, defense is going to be 2,909 points, and agility is 1,000. Pretty much nearly like the 2P. It's just that our A2 has 200 points less in attack stat. Okay, so definitely that makes 2P way much better. Anyways, we have got A2 right over here, and now when we are actually gonna look into the abilities, she is kind of a little bit degraded version of the 2P. Okay, because 2P was actually allowing to improve her attack stat by up to 25%, right? But right over here, our divergent attacker A2 is only boosting 20% attack. Nonetheless, it's really good. Okay, nonetheless, it's really good. 20% attack boost right over here. The next one is gonna be the Ambush, just like 2P, critical hit rate up by 20%, so higher the chance of landing the critical hit, so that you can deal a lot of critical damage to the opponents. You will be able to quickly finish off the opponents right away with those frequent critical damage attacks. Okay, now that said, let's look into her character skill known as the Bulgian multi-strike. On level 15 over level 15 goes level C. Okay, deals 130% damage to one enemy 4 times. Okay, there we go. Critical damage increased by 40%. Okay, so if you actually manage to land the critical hit, the critical damage will increase by 40%. Which is so good, okay? Both 2P and A2 has that damage modifier right over there. Provided the conditions are easily fulfilled, you will be able to deal a lot of damage to the opponents. Okay, for the A2, definitely improving her critical hit rate is gonna be a must. Okay, because critical damage will be improved by 40%. So you are really out. You should really try to land the critical hit to the opponents as much as possible. So try to gear her up in such a way that she can have a lot of critical hit stats on her stats section. So there we go, guys. Divergent attacker. She's definitely going to excel a lot with a lot of those critical hit stats. Dealing a lot of damage output over there. So that's going to be our second priority. The first priority being P2, right? 2P, right? And the second one being A2. And now that's the third one is definitely going to be the 2B Divergent Battler. Okay, this girl is really, really good. Though, she actually lacks damage. As you can see right over here, plainly that her attack stat is way, way inferior than compared to the 2P and A2 right over there, right? I mean, she has only 5,140 points, which is near 1,000 points lower than 2P. Okay, which is really not good at this point, but still she can deal some really good decent output, damage output over there. Her HP stat is 41,435 points, which I would say is pretty tanky. Okay, her HP stats are pretty higher than compared to the previous two characters. Defense is also pretty high. That means she can actually take a lot of damage while also dealing some really decent damage output against the opponents. Her agility is 1,200 points, so 200 points better than the previous two characters at the same time. So well, these are the things that will allow her to be a little bit better. Okay, though she has lower attack stats, she has higher HP stat, defense stat, and agility stat. Now that said, let's look into the abilities. The first ability is gonna be Vigor. Okay, attack up to 20% boost, just like A2. Okay, so yeah, there we go. This is definitely going to allow her to deal a little bit more damage output over there. Okay, she is a very balanced character. If you are really looking for a safe side to just progressing through the content, so that your character is not really a glass cannon and your character can actually also really take a lot of damage, fulfilling the character of a bruiser, then well, this character is gonna be a really great help to you guys. Let's say the next ability is gonna be the Fleet Foot, and it's gonna improve her agility by up to 20%, which is definitely gonna be really helpful for her. Okay, she's really known to deal a lot of combo attacks, okay, and that's gonna be quite helpful out there. And next one is gonna be her skills. Right over here, her character skill is known as the Mastery Loose Blade. Level 15 over 15, gauge level B, deals 100% damage to one enemy for 5 times, and damage increased by 40% when HP is below 50%. Now that is a very hard prerequisite, or let's say that requirement that it's not easily fulfillable. It's not as easy as compared to 2P and A2 at least. At least for 2P, as long as her HP is above 80%, she can deal a massive amount of damage, bonus damage. That's 60% of the extra damage, right? Which is so good. Whereas for the A2, as long as she lands that critical damage, she is going to deal that extra bonus of 40% damage out there, which is even better, right? And now we have got this 2B. She needs to have her HP below 50% in order to deal that 40% improved damage, okay? Which is not really that easy to fulfill, but still, there is a potential for her to deal a really great damage. So these are the 3 characters that you are supposed to reroll for with your head and heels, turnover, okay? Definitely, I would say try your best to get 2P as much as possible. She's the one who is actually gonna sail you through this, this game without any problem at all. Okay, this 2P is the one that you are really supposed to get. Okay, so that's it, and the top 3 characters are gonna be 2P, A2, and 2B. All right. So yeah, that's gonna be it. If you're actually gonna be recommended other characters, don't fall for it. Yes, there are so many other players who might actually even recommend you guys getting for 9S, but look at his attack stat and the other stats out there. Though he's actually kind of really out there to defend, but as I said, you guys, a while ago, this game is more catered and inclined towards the offensive type characters rather than the defensive type characters. So if you have a lot of offensive type characters, you are in a lot more advantage, okay? So that's it and done, guys. That is pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the content of my channel. And that's it and done. See you guys in the next video.